Hello everyone, and I'm back with video gameplay of video games, yay! Well, I'm going to be bringing some tips and tricks on the soldier in Team Fortress 2 Man vs. Machine, Manco Edition, whatever co-op gameplay. And honestly, I found that the rocket launcher, the buff banner, and the escape plan are pretty good weapons to use as your idea of using the soldier. I've also found out that the major focus with the soldier, sorry about that, should be with the reload speed and then the firing speed. Focus on reload or the ammo clip size if you want to, but focus on reload speed. That's the most important thing right to begin with, because you reload very slowly with the soldier. And honestly, I forget this. You don't see that in this game, mainly because I've had some problems with my recorder. I've been having problems with the connection on this, and this was the only gameplay that I could really get up and get going working without it disconnecting, bumping me off, and all these problems. Man vs. Machine is a very, very great game, good co-op game. Really, you'll have a lot of fun with it, and don't worry about it. Just have fun with it and enjoy it. And the really first thing I want to make clear and state is that with the soldier, you're not going to be exactly like right up in the front. You can take a lot of damage, but you're not really going to be right up front, being like a heavy, just absorbing the damage. You're going to be kind of like that mid-range, like that one little step behind the front line. Why? Because when you start out, you only have 4 rockets, and it's a lot. That's a lot of rounds that you have to put out, and a lot of damage you have to put out, and it takes a long time to reload, and you don't have a huge clip, and you're going to kind of be like that middle range right behind it. And I've noticed that the soldier, he's really good. He can really do a lot of damage, but I found out the best way to use him is as a quasi support role, because you have that buff banner. You can really beef out and support your team by trumpeting on that thing, and it can really help you out in situations, because everyone mini crits to help you out. I mean, the wisest thing I found out in this game with the squad working together as a team in a squad, or whatever you want to call it, is that make sure you focus on your primary weapon. Your primary weapon's what you're going to be using. And your secondary weapon, make sure it's some form of way to help the team, be it do extra damage, slow the enemy. You don't want to be solely focused on just ripping and doing massive damage, because everyone can do damage. You need something that can buff up everyone's health and teammates wise, their stats, because that's going to make you easily plow through it, so you can honestly have everyone do more damage, not just your own character. Because if you do stuff like that, it will really help you out and put the enemy on, the robots on their back foot, and you can keep them down and keep them in choke points. And honestly, you can see that when I use the buff banner, that everyone gets these mini crits doing extra damage and just really ripping through it. I mean, that's kind of it that you should be also supporting, and that's why the heavy will be up front. The soldier will be that one stage behind, so when he does enough damage, he hits his buff banner, and just everyone can just start tearing through the enemy and really knocking him down. And honestly, the other thing is, the soldier, do not, when you see pyros, immediately be careful, be wary. These things will immediately reflect back the rockets at you, and there's been many of times that I've shot the rocket and turned to engage a new target without thinking, and the rocket just gets blown back in my face and I die. And that's what you really have to realize, that the soldier is not designed for all the for the pyro, because the pyro is meant to counter him. You want to really be hitting everyone else's character, and the pyro, let someone else take care of it. Let the heavy or someone else. And someone may say, oh, use a shotgun to take it out. You don't want to be stretching your weapons in so many categories. You focus on one and drive for that, because you need to focus. This game is this game level type, Manco, whatever you want to call it, it wants you to focus. You got to focus on one little thing, and the best one is reload speed, so you can really keep on putting the rounds out there and not have to worry. And this is what you must realize, that you focus on one track, and the best one right now for general weapons for the soldier is reload speed. You need to be getting those rounds back in there as fast as possible. And then after that, you can do shooting speed and travel speed if you want to. Because honestly, I'm not that great at soldier, but I enjoy playing him. He's a pretty good character. And the other thing is, with the escape plan that you have, That's there to get you the hell out of dodge when things go ass backwards. You can use the buff banner to do the damage and kind of be a little mini crits creep for everyone else, because you're going to be doing tons of damage and you're going to be popping that thing left and right. Whether you realize it or not, you're going to be popping it more often than you think. And it's best to be popping with the other guys that do tons of damage, and let those guys who do tons of damage get their damage just thrown through the roof, so they can really wreck house and help out. And honestly, this is all I want. All I want to reiterate: soldier, normal rocket launcher, buff banner, escape plan. Best little combination to a quick little hit and run tactics and do significant damage. Make sure everyone else's classes are kind of used to cooperate and kind of balance each other out. So you honestly, the buffs that every character has for other weapons, to help out other characters, is a very good idea, because this really does help out your team as a whole. Because if you have everyone help each other out by, okay, this guy does the turn to do more damage, and then this guy does the turn to do more damage, you can easily just have everyone just really wrecking house and doing tons of damage, and you don't really realize it. And so when the medic needs to pop his Uber, pop his Kritzkrieg or whatnot, it will just be another one that just happens to last longer than normal, and you can just constantly pound on that with damage. I'd like to say thank you. I hope this helped, and thank you, and good night.
The spoils of war.
Wave completed, but we're not done yet. Get to an upgrade station.